Have you ever received a letter from President Obama? I was 6 when I received my first letter. How would that make you feel? I know that I was really excited. A few weeks earlier, I had written to him about some penguins I had seen in the New England Aquarium in Boston. I knew something was wrong because these penguins were living in an aquarium instead of the Antarctic. I was starting to learn about global warming and the ways animals are affected by it. Over the course of a year, I wrote to the president 4 times, and he always replied. But when I wrote to him about these problems, I was sure he would take action. When I was 7, I found out some terrible news. I learned what a form letter is. A form letter is a previously written letter that has been stamped with a signature. I was so mad and disappointed because I really thought he was reading my letters. The more I learned about climate change, the more startled and worried I became. My 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. McCarthy, read us a book called Dear Children of the Earth, and I asked myself, should I send this book to President Obama? Have you ever felt like someone was looking up to you or waiting for you to do something? I knew that I had to do something. Whenever I see a movie or a video about climate change, I find it so hard to sit still and not do something right away. This is when I realized the power of my own voice. In 3rd grade, when I wanted to send the book to the president, I thought long and hard about this. But then I came up with an even better idea. I decided that I would write my own book and give it to him in person. I asked my friend Joanna Weisner to illustrate it. The book is called The Global Warming Express, and it is all about a journey that Joanna, a lot of animals, and I take on a magic train. We go to different climate disaster areas such as Alberta, Canada, where the tar sands are located, the Gulf of Mexico, where the oil spill was, and we end up in New York City and get hit by Superstorm Hurricane Sandy. Along with these and many other places, in each area, we pick up a different animal that has been affected. For example, the Fluff, who is an emperor penguin, and Creamy, who is a harp seal, find the train. Both of the Fluff's parents have died in climate disasters, and he knows he needs help from humans. This is where Joanna and I come in. The book became more about teaching kids to use the power of their own voices than the animals. I want kids to learn that climate change is a battle, but there are solutions and you can make a difference. The name The Global Warming Express turned into a nonprofit organization. Adult mentors go into schools and teach kids about the effects and solutions to climate change. The curriculum includes climate science, climate solutions, arts, performance, and public speaking. We've gone to different rallies and marches to speak up for what we believe in, including the People's Climate March in New York City. I believe that kids can make a difference and that they should learn what's happening to their Earth. In 3rd grade, I had the privilege to meet Dr. James Hansen, the famous climate scientist. I had previously gone to a talk he gave at the Lensic Theater in Santa Fe, and I knew I wanted to meet him. I got to meet with him for 45 minutes. And the first thing he said was, "Marina, tell all the kids not to be afraid of climate change." At first, this puzzled me. See, I didn't really know what he meant, but then I realized he meant you can be sad worried, mad, but don't back down to what you believe in. He then said, the monarch butterflies and all the other animals are having a hard time adapting to their new environments because of global warming. When the monarchs migrate, it gets harder and harder each year because there's not enough milkweed for them to eat. After meeting with him, I was so inspired because I really felt like grown-ups were starting to listen. When I first started the Global Warming Express, it was because there was a problem that I needed to solve. Global warming is such a big problem, I needed to go straight to the president because he was at the top. And along the way, I've picked up the attention of many peers, the mayor of Santa Fe, Senators Udall and Heinrich, Congressman Ben Ray Lujan, and some state legislators. I've seen videos of other kids my age doing things like this. It doesn't even have to be about climate change, but it's so cool because they're standing up for what they believe in. The first Global Warming Express group was at a small public school with a small amount of kids. We started by getting rid of a Dasani water machine that gave out plastic bottles. And then we went big. Our goal by the end of the year was to get our school solarized. We started by holding meetings for the neighbors to make sure that they were okay with seeing solar panels practically in their backyards. Then we went to meetings at City Council, wrote multiple letters, and met with the solar company. The night before graduation, the Santa Fe School Board voted unanimously to pay for the installation. Our dream had come true. Dr. Hansen's words really stuck with me. Don't be afraid of global warming, do something. Don't back down to what you believe in. I want my children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren to have happy and healthy lives without having to worry as much as I do about the environment. My journey is to make this earth a better place because it's the only one that we've got. Just think, if the president had written back to me, maybe none of this would have happened. I'm actually glad he didn't. I always encourage you to start out small by going to a rally or a march to support, then maybe writing a letter or even making a speech. You can make a difference. Always remember, small steps from a lot of people equals one big step. Believe in the power of your own voice.